Immaculate had some pretty good things going for it for the first hour or so. The atmosphere at this convent was really well crafted, and there was some nice creepy undertones to what was going on. You can tell there was something sinister going on behind the scenes, but you just wasn't quite sure what it was. And there's something about these convents full of nuns that always have this kind of creepiness to it that I find really enticing. You know, they have the choir going, they're singing the hymns, and it just feels kind of creepy. I don't know what it is, but it's really interesting to me. But that atmosphere and creepiness was really let down by the jump scares, which there are quite a few of in that first hour. You know how it goes. The music, the background ambience quietens down, and you even count it in, you're like 3, 2, 1, bleh. And a lot of these jump scares are really cliche jump scares, like somebody appearing behind Sydney Sweeney out of nowhere and startling her, the bird flying into the window jump scare, which is a bummer because you can tell that the filmmakers were trying to make something halfway decent with this film. You look at another horror film like Imaginary, for instance, and you see the shitty acting and the shitty generic script, and you wonder if they were even trying to make something decent. With Immaculate, it's a well-made film, a well-crafted film, and a well-acted film, so when they squander all that with the jump scares, it's just irritating. Generic jump scares in a non-generic horror film are almost as annoying as generic jump scares in a generic horror film. So yeah, the first hour of Immaculate, I was ready to write it off as a disappointment. Not a terrible disappointment, but a disappointment nonetheless. But then, the last act happened, the final 20 to 25 minutes. Things start to kick off, confrontations happen, the story finally comes to a head, and it's actually quite entertaining. Sydney Sweeney finally takes some action, and you find out why the film is rated 18. Yeah, there's a lot of blood. You also finally find out the sinister goings on at this convent, and when you do find out what they're up to, it's actually really damn interesting, and a really cool premise, and a cool concept for a religious convent-based horror film. I just wish the film hooked me a lot earlier on, because when I found this out, I was finally drawn into the story and I started to enjoy it. But there was 20 minutes left in the film, so it was almost kind of too little too late at that point. And I understand the mystery aspect to it because Sydney Sweeney's character also doesn't know what's going on, so you're finding out the same way she's finding out. It's just, you hear what's going on, there's not much left in the film, and you just see how they wasted the potential of that premise with that first hour full of jump scares. So that last 20 minutes were definitely enjoyable, and it elevated it from a poor film to an okay film. And the final shot of the film is actually quite damn good, with the story progression, what it leads into in that final shot. You just can't take your eyes away from it. And it also confirms that Sydney Sweeney is actually quite a good actress. She's a lot better than that other film she was in last month.